see if let's see if that moves. Okay, stand by. Time to do the almighty ping on Discord. This is going to be a very, very interesting stream. Okay, so let's go. Right now. Hello TFN1, I don't know if you can hear me. There. Right. Apologies if you can hear anything in the background, i.e. the loud motor. Oh, good lord, that is loud. That's on. Okay. Right, if anybody's watching, just refresh the stream just in case. Everything should be okay going forwards. That's muted on my end. Check that's fine. I don't know how easy it's going to be for me to get the stream up on the PC. So let's try that again. Volume all the way down. Check. There we go. And now I have the live stream chat up on my tablet. Oh, hello everyone. So, I'm going to give it a bit of time for everyone to come on in as well. So, yes, hello. It's very exciting to do this particular live stream because, as you can see, this is not the normal setup. I'm not sat in front of my camera, just on my bed. This time, we're going to have a bit of a play. We're going to have a bit of fun. We're going to see how well this works. And this is something I suggested doing in the past, where I said to some of the people on the live stream, you know, what would you do? You know, would you be interested in a certain live stream in the future if instead of it just being, you know, the normal chat, instead it will be, you know, just watching some trains go by instead? And thanks to this new small layout I've made to be able to play with at home, I have just that. That's Niagara Guy. Hello, good to see you. So yeah, this is me waving my hand. So we are, hello everyone. This isn't just a picture. We are actually, here live. This is going to be a very interesting experiment. So I'm now going to quickly show you a good full glimpse of the completed home layout. Check this out. Hello, Josh. Good to see you. I'm sorry I didn't get your or I didn't reply to your message a few days ago. I've kept myself too busy. I'm so sorry, Josh. After the stream, I'll message you tonight, okay? But yes, I want everyone to have a quick look at this home layout here. Very exciting stuff because I've got some interesting details going on here. But the most exciting thing for me is the narrow gauge, because ever since I made my goods yard segments for my layouts, and ever since that, I added a bit of narrow gauge to the layouts. It was only just a bit of track. It was nothing really special. But I thought, there is potential. I've got the track for, to be able to make a loop. I've got the points. So, yeah, I mean, there's definitely something that's going to happen with it one day. And here we are. It's, pretty cool layout. Now, there is something I need to quickly figure out. my camera keeps refocusing. I am using my phone this time compared to my tablet. So if I go into the options, nope, that does nothing. Okay, so going forward, my camera might every now and then just change its focus. If it does that, I do greatly apologize. However, moving on to the good stuff, I have with me some very exciting things. So as you can see, we've got the Coronation and only 3 coaches out to play with, because there is enough motors in those coaches there to warrant, enough power to the locomotive at the same time. This is only a small loop, so 3 coaches is plenty enough. Sadly, we're not going to see anything from the narrow gauge side run, which is a real shame, because I think one day we can get that running. Maybe on the next stream where we're going to do a running session, we can get some focus on the narrow gauge side of things. That would be very cool, but none of it is powered at the moment. So yeah, I am working on getting a circuit cube, and I think that's going to be the best way for me to power anything narrow gauge related. Let's just real quick, I need to tidy up a thing. Oh, look at that scene. Scarloey, the coaches, looking good. Okay, let me get rid of them. That will do nicely. Okay, right, where were we? So, let me have a quick look at chat, because I can see that going off as well. So yeah, also I want to quickly make it known as well with the home layouts here. I have been making some posts on my Instagram page showing the work in progress of this layout being built. The first work in progress picture basically had the track from about here to about there, like on the grey base plates only made. And this side was just covered in boxes, which is a very big difference to how it looks now. Right, so let's have a look at the chat. So we had a few people arrive. Yes, very good. Yeah, a lot of people are liking the layouts, which is excellent. Thank you. James the Red Engine, nice Coronation engine. Yes, that Coronation locomotive, to anybody who is new, that is my baby. This is my absolute treasure. Oh yeah, speaking of, looky. Thin rods. We're going to see some thin rod action here today. It looks excellent. Absolutely stunning. Also in the chat, like a railroader says he likes the foliage. Yeah, it's a very simple design. It's just those big green leaf pieces. That's all it is. It's just enough to kind of break up the kind of open, like on this side, it's just open studs, very boring. But on this side, there's a bit more to look at. Okay, out of breath already. That's not too good. I will also add, there is a tour video, like a full showcase tour video on the way for this home layout. It's very exciting to see it like this, because I'm so happy with how this turned out. This took 2 weeks to make, which is so bizarre, because this is compared to all the big layout stuff I've made, which takes like a few days. This was 2 weeks, which is mad. Right. So in terms of locomotives we can run, we have a fair bit of options available. So like I said, we have the Coronation, oh, there's my finger. 3 Coronation coaches, that can't really change. We have this locomotive. We have down here, bit of shuffling around, next to the Nerf blasters that I still need to do videos on, I have my Stephenson's rocket model with the coaches. I did a test of this, and this actually looks really good going around the track. So that's going to get in front of the coaches, and that's going to have a nice running session as well. I'm really keen to see that again, because it was really fun. I've also got with me my President class, which is currently in bubble wrap, just because I want to keep it safe. The reason why I got these ones in particular out is because of these are basically some of my more favorite models, and they are basically in a separate box ready to go when I go to shows in the future, which is very good. But over here, ooh, what's all of these? Why, this is my Thomas characters box. So if there's a Thomas character you want to see run, I'll get it out to the bubble wrap and we will put it on the track. Yeah, that's going to be a very fun time. I do have Henrietta and Toad, so we can add a few more wagons to this whole stock. I sadly can't put anything on the end of the coaches because the way it's all been put together, there isn't a magnet at the back. So anything that wants to be attached going forward has to be at the very front. So yeah, we do have quite a bit to play with today. I want to also quickly apologize in advance for the noise warning. If you've ever watched any of my videos where I've done action videos, you will know how loud these can be. It's not like the loudest thing ever, but I don't blame anyone for wanting to basically turn it down. Right then, shall we get started with the coronation? I'm not too sure where to put the camera. That's the only thing I just couldn't figure out for this stream, because we have a bit of space in the middle for me to, you know, walk around the room, which is good. There are a few places like in the corners, and you know, there's a few different angles I could definitely get, but I don't want to have to move the camera too many times because that could be quite frustrating. So yeah, let's just start off by having the camera somewhere around here, maybe. What if we put it about there, so that way we can see the train go through the station. Oh, there we go. That's something that's gonna happen a few more times as well. Focus camera, excellent. Right, let's move the whole thing backwards so we can begin in shot. Look at those rods! Look at those rods! Well, you can't really see them now because of the platform. Okay. Hiya! I'll be ready. Apologies as well in advance if you see my feet, because, you know, I do have to walk around the room to be able to move the camera into certain positions, as well as access the train if it crashes at all. Ooh, that's another thing I'm quite conscious of when it comes to the action videos, is I'll do a good shot and then I'll find out, oh, my toe was in frame, so I've got to basically let the train do another lap. It's not too obvious because obviously that sort of thing gets cut out of the video. Right. Let's give it a start. So we're going to begin with the coronation. I'll make sure to move the camera around a few times as well. I'll tell you what, even better. I'm never going to do this for a video anyways. But let's just give a small tour right now because, no, why not? So getting the camera to focus again. This is basically just a simple, small layout. This is designed to be something to play with at home. Yes, I can get a larger loop of track just on its own, but the whole point of this layout, you know, there's more to look at, there's more to play with, more to behold, and it's just a very fun experience. So, stepping into this middle island here, making sure I don't hurt myself. This is the station that was constructed. It is supposed to be a dual gauge station, hence why, you know, obviously there's a bit of a dip on one platform to access the narrow gauge side. The station itself uses a lot of masonry bricks. The walkway over here is very similar to the one that came in the 2018 Hogwarts Express set. And in fact, I did use that as a starting point, but only the walkway. I did cannibalize the platform for parts. This is actually quite simple. So again, using a few bits that already were constructed to, you know, get this in the first place. This basically just turned into what it is after just a bit of trial and error. The yellow frame pieces aren't the best, but at the same time, it does do the job. The reason why I used yellow ones is because, well, I can't quite show you because it's tucked behind the white foam boards. But basically, there was a pick a brick wall option that had loads of those yellow frames, so I just grabbed as many as I could fit into the box. It was good. Look at the coronation go. Look at those thin rods. We'll get a better view of that later on. So because this is a dual gauge station, one of the platforms, of course, is slightly lower down. And that's basically, I think, one brick exactly when it comes to height difference. So there's a fence separating the two layers because, of course, you know, you're going to fall over otherwise because, you know, the two different layers. And of course, with the whole narrow gauge thing going on, I wanted to use as much track as possible. I have sidings on both sides. I'll show you more of this off later on. Look at it go. Love it so much. And yeah, I think this ultimately turned out quite well. I wasn't too sure how much of a dip down this side of the station would have, but you know, that's actually not unreasonable. On this side, it looks very clean. I'm so happy with how this looks. The use of the 2x2 tiles to kind of get that look, as well as this small canopy piece. It's nothing complicated because, of course, you know, this is something to get out and play with at home, so it doesn't need to be complicated. But my god, I'm amazed that this turned out as well as it did, because I didn't put that much effort into this, but the colours, I think, do it justice. The use of dark blue here, oh, wonderful. And of course, there is the newspaper stand, which I once again cannibalized from the Harry Potter train set. Right, I'm going to step backwards over the track and let the Coronation go past for a bit. It is slowing down. I don't know if that's just the batteries or if I Yeah, that seems alright. It could go faster, but I just want to be a bit sensible as well. So you may have also noticed on this side, this big rock wall. Yes, it's not actually kept down because I don't really know where I want to put this. So it's something I wanted to try for the main layout. And this is actually a good starting point. It's got the rocky, rough details there, as well as using some of these pre-made pieces. But, you know, it does work. It really does work. This was originally going to be a corner piece to go here, but I didn't like how small it looked and how far away it was from the track. So instead, it just turned into a nice, simple wall. And yeah, does the job. Right, so let's see if I can try and get some footage of the rods turning. Because these thin rods are just the best. There's dust on my layout. This really is what it looks like, by the way, when I'm doing those action videos. It's just me in the middle of the loop, just trying to be clever with the camera work. I also posted this to my Instagram, the berry bush, a very interesting detail. I'm so glad I went ahead with this, but the reason why I made this to begin with is the use of those berry pieces. So after seeing some of them, I thought, you know what, a berry bush could work. And yeah, so it does. A bit of shrubbery. An actual piece of shrubbery too. Shout out to that old brick as well. I don't know where that's from, but it works really well here. Ice Rod, good to see you. Let me stand back up. Hang on, one more time. Thin rods for the win. Look at it go. Whoa. Right, let's stop Coronation for a bit. Begin to slow it down. So the batteries I'm using for the coaches are rechargeable AAA batteries. I have plenty to be able to go in all of the coaches, as well as a few extras. Yeah, so hopefully, because they're rechargeable, they do drain on their own just naturally over time. I'm hoping there's still going to be enough charging them for this little stream here tonight. Ah, God, I'm sweaty. I'm very sweaty. It's a very warm day today. It's nice and warm and sunny. Let's have a quick look at the chat, because plenty of people have been showing up. So let me pop this down about here, so you can get a good look at the trains, because my God, look at them. Oh, what do we got? So, like a railroader says, a corner with waterfall pond to the edge of your track. Ooh, that will be a waterfall is something I've actually wanted to try. I had very ambitious plans for my main layout to have an elevated section of narrow gauge track that will be along the big bridge section, and basically in the middle of that elevated narrow gauge track would in fact be a waterfall. So that was definitely an idea I wanted to do, but I think a waterfall for this layout in particular might not be the best idea, because again, I don't want this to be overly complicated. Something like the station, obviously the shed and the crane is probably going to be as most like the biggest structures I'm going to make. I could add so many more details. Ice Rod, I see you saying adding a water tower, that sort of thing, a coal bunker, maybe just a few more proper railway things. Yes, it should definitely be worth adding, and depending on how things go with this layout in the future, such features might be added, but again, I'm not in any rush to try and add them. It wasn't the sort of main idea to make this on the same level as my main layout. But again, like I said a moment ago, never say never, and there's always the possibility for details like that to be made in the future. Sneeze straight off the bat, a beautiful sight. Yes, it is indeed. Right then, chat. If anybody is still here, we have options for what train we could put on the track next. So the President class, Stephenson's Rocket with the coaches. I might put that on next, actually, to kind of get things started. And we have the Thomas characters available. So if there's any in particular you want to see do a few laps, then say so in the chat now, because I will very happily get them out and we'll have a nice play. So let's get the Coronation to the side. Nudge it back a bit. There we go. Come to me, my beauty. Oh, well, where is that? Just a bit of fluff. Okay, never mind. Oh, where do I put you? Let's put you over here, because you're tucked in out the way. There we go. Oh. I saw somebody say they wanted to see Stephenson's Rocket. I'm glad you said that, because that's what we're getting next anyways. And as I mentioned a moment ago, with the coaches. So I have 3 Stephenson's Rocket coaches made to go with the rocket itself. However, there is no motor function with this. So I am sadly going to have all of this be pushed by the Coronation coaches, because, yeah, I am thinking about trying to buy a circuit cube in the future. I know I said one earlier when it comes to powering something for narrow gauge, but if I could get a circuit cube to power Stephenson's Rocket, that would be an excellent sight to see, because the rocket and the 3 coaches by itself, without the extra 3 coaches on the back, would be so cool to have. I'm not too sure, again, how... I can't do it to the coaches because there's way too much internal construction, especially around the windows area, for it to even work. So again, I'll see what I can do in the future when it comes to the rocket. It could not. I really don't know, but I have 0 experience. Oh, pardon me. When it comes to circuit cubes anyways. But all the same, slowly but surely, let's give it a go. And don't call me Shirley. Now I should make it known, the magnets on the front coach that connect to the Stephenson's Rocket model itself are in fact a bit iffy. So I think at this slow pace it's okay, but there was a few times when I was doing the testing that it derailed, and come on camera, behave. There we go. So if I go any faster it might not work, it might derail, but for now at least this definitely works as is. Here comes the rocket. God, look at that. Just ignoring the trying to ignore the back 3 coaches. Not doing too good a job at that. Right, let's see if we can speed it up just a bit. This is going to result in a crash. This is absolutely going to result in a crash. Are we ready? Hang on. It's that corner over there I'm concerned about the most, because that is a switch. Let me try and shuffle over. Right, one more speed. Oh. There. Oh! Oh, did you see that in the corner? Oh, there we go. Oh. Oh, that was so exciting. It was basically lifted off the track, and that's part of the problem I was a bit afraid of. So, just to take this coach off to kind of demonstrate what I mean. The coach doesn't exactly have normal magnets. It has magnets attached to these Technic pieces, which allows it to swivel, but as you can see on this end, the magnet itself can still swivel. So there's 2 articulation points. So in turn, what that ultimately means is going around corners, or essentially, if anything, just being pushed, it's not going to go too well. At slower speeds, it was fine. But at higher speeds, as you just saw, it was a bit of a problem. Let's see if we can get to do a few more laps, because, again, I really love the look of this. Whew. This is quite the workout. Hang on, I see something in chat. Let me see what was going on. So, Ice Rod says, Luke talking about a crash made me think of the Runaway theme. Ah, yes. The good old... Is that season 2? When did that debut? That Runaway theme. I feel like... What was it? Even season 1? It definitely appeared in the episode Percy Runs Away. Or at least I think so. Right, onwards. Oh, it was season 1. Yeah. That was a season 1 episode then, I suppose. Right, we're going to have to play it safe, I'm afraid, with this locomotive. Or, not so much this locomotive, but these coaches. We're going to have to keep it nice and slow. It's a bit of a sucky thing to kind of say and show, but at the same time, it's still safe. Oh. Going to make our way over to the harbour side, of which I will give a tour on this later on. I just want to make sure I can run a train that isn't going to crash. Can I position? Hang on. Another reposition. Stand by. Oh. Oh, I've got no standing space. Oh, good lord. Oh, let's try over here. Okay. The camera might not focus. It might not just behave at all. But yeah, this is definitely one of my favourite shots when it came to running videos, because this is a nice open corner. There goes the rocket. 3 coaches that it was supposed to pull, and 3 coaches it will never ever pull. What a daft sight. Oh yeah, that's another thing to remember. Speaking of the coaches, so with all of my coaches, obviously with the exception of the motors, because you can't modify, well, you can modify motors, but not in the way I'm about to say. All of the normal bearings, so this one and this one, for example, the brake coach also has a normal wheel units as well. I'm just going to wait for it to come back round. So the rear 2 units, all the wheels in fact, on the rear coach, and this wheel units here. So that's 3 out of 6 units basically. The other 3, obviously there's 3 motors and it's all set up in its own way. They have ball bearings, or roller bearings. Both words basically mean the same thing. And that allows for much smoother running. So I can ultimately have longer lines of stock and trains and wagons like this. And thanks to the smoother running of the normal wheels anyway, it kind of takes off some of the weight off the wheels and off the model in general, which makes running a lot better. So you can have this, for example, run just for a little bit longer at a little bit of a higher speed, but that is also kind of dependent on your ability to control the train and some of the curves. So like this is normal R40 curves. So going fast around these corners is not advised anyways. I also mentioned earlier, this corner here is a switch. So the whole purpose of this layout originally was going to be a branch line, and this would connect to another corner of my main layout, which in itself would have a switch. So technically, I really could put my main layout and my home layout together, and because of this, I can do that one day. I very much doubt that could happen, but it's possible. Okay, let's make our way back over to the bed. The bed is over there, by the way. Oh yeah, I may as well show this off. So, for a few streams now, things have been rearranged in the way so I sit there. That's my PC setup, you know, hello, that's the whole thing going on. So at the end of a stream, when I say, okay, we're all done, I basically fall backwards onto my bed, and I'm out of shot. It's silly, but it's quite fun. Oh, good lord, I am a very sweaty boy. Hoo-wee! And stop. There we go. That will do for the rocket for now, and I think that might do with the coaches indefinitely. Because, well, for the rest of the stream that is, because these coaches are a bit problematic on their own. So let's have them... oh, hang on, we need to put the camera down first. Oh, good lord, I have a very sweaty forehead. Jesus. Let's behold Scarloey again. Scarloey. There we go. I'm going to look after the camera for me, Scarloey. Let's have a quick look at what's going on in chat as well. So, in reverse, would it not derail? Yes, basically correct. Because of the way that the magnets are connected to the coaches on the Stevenson rocket coaches, in reverse, because in turn it's being pulled by the motors, not pushed by the motors, it will behave in a much better way. So technically in this setup, if it was reversing, I could go faster, but at the same time it's going backwards, and that's just boring. Rocket has reached speed unimaginable. Well, it definitely did back in the day. British Bricks made a video on wheel bearings. I think he did. Oh, I know which one. Yeah, I know which one you mean as well. I was thinking of the DIY Hackney method that I did. No, he actually bought from, I don't know if it was HA or BMR, but he definitely got proper ball bearing wheels. And that's something I probably should invest in the future, because they're properly made, and it's definitely going to be doing a better job than what I accomplished with the bearings, with the kind of DIY job here. Ice Rod, the way you say British, first of all, there's no C in British. Second of all, missing the T like that, so it's British. I'm one of those people who kind of takes offense to that. Yes, it's something that you will hear often, but it's not often either. It's like, no, for God's sake, you know. Anyway, I know you were joking. Yeah. I know. I can take the joke. I get it. But for me, I'm just a bit of an ass. That's all it really is. I know you're joking. It's ultimately harmless, but I'm just, again, just an ass. Okay, right. Let's have a quick breather because I am sweating again. I don't know if have I told you I'm sweating? Oh, it's a very hot day today. What temperature is it? Okay, my piece, I just looked at my computer screen to see what the temperature was. It doesn't say what the temperature is. Instead, it says rain coming. That's a good thing and a bad thing. The rain means it will cool the air down. So when not necessarily when I wake up, but basically when and after it's raining, it just will be colder in general. But how soon is it going to rain? If it starts raining in the stream, you're going to hear it. And let me show you what I mean. So, because my bedroom here is the loft, there's a window right there. Good lord, is it loud. And that's the roof of the house. So if it rains, oh, it's the worst thing ever. It's so loud. I'm one of those people who can really enjoy the sound of the rain when I'm sleeping. But for something like this, especially when it comes to making videos, it's not the best thing ever. Because... of course, when I'm trying to make videos, I can't exactly get a good clip made because the sound of the rain is just too much. Ooh, there we go. Right then, let's have a quick look at chat because I can see chat's going off again. Do I have Stepney? No, I do not. Fellow LUKR member and a guest of the stream a number of weeks ago, Trace Pierce Briggs, has made instructions for an A1 Terrier on Block Junction. He's got 4 or 5 now, and he's definitely made a version for Stepney itself. So it's possible to make Stepney, but I think I'm going to just hold off for a little bit longer. I'm not exactly inspired to make any more locos, but, you know, it would be nice to have a Terrier, to be honest, because it is a good-looking loco, especially with the way that Trace built it. I might make my own version first, but that is still a while away. Okay. I am very exhausted already. Oh, good lord, I am tired, but we still have... Oh my good god. It's 20 to 9 already. Okay, what loco would you like to see next? What Thomas characters would you like to see on the track? Specifically a Thomas character, because I have my box of Thomas characters right next to me. I did show this off earlier. Let me grab the camera. Hang on. There we go. So we got all this here. This is my Thomas characters box. There's the proof. I saw some more comments. Black Bonnie. Hey Luke, I made some Thomas coaches, the Green Express coaches. Ooh. Any pics or any videos? It'd be interesting to see how you made them. And he also suggests to see Gordon. If nobody else is going to make any suggestions, I suppose I'll get Gordon out. Right then, it's just a matter of finding him. Oh, I think it should be... Oh, I think he's on the top. Okay then, let's have the camera about here this time. Yeah, let's try there for a bit. Oh yeah, I am gonna have a bit of bias as well. We're gonna have Gordon run for a bit, but I'm also going to get Spencer out as well because Spencer, my A4 model, is it's just the best. I love it so much. Come on, Gordon, where's your tender? Is it underneath? Is that it? That's how I look after my models, by the way. The locomotives are wrapped up. That's normal Thomas, that's other Thomas. Oh, there's your tender. No! Where is it? Is it this way? It's this. No, that's Edward. Oh. This is the other problem with having bubble wrap. You can't actually see where anything is. No, that's Edward's tender. Oh, for crying out loud. That's James. Is it underneath Thomas? No. James's boiler. No. That's Toad. Oh my god, I'm going mad. That's Lady. That's actually Edward. There you are. That took way too long. Okay. Where were we? Ooh, actually. I know I said about getting Spencer out earlier. I'm not going to do that. We'll have Gordon run, sure. But I want to get Toby and Henrietta out as well. Oh, hang on, there's a comment thing. Yeah, that's fine. Henry? Yeah, so the popular vote right now is Gordon. We're going to get him unwrapped. And we're going to have some full speed ahead fun with our favourite gulag mess maker. Good lord. That Gordon gulag on my Discord server still needs to go. This is a story. So I spoke to my moderators a while back. I don't remember how long, but I basically said to them, you know, this whole Gordon gulag thing, the joke basically began when I did my was like a voice chat thing to celebrate 100 members on the server or something like that. And the fact that it's still going is not a bad thing, but for God's sake, it's so daft. The moderators were not too keen of it going because it was his own silly thing, and people did and do still enjoy it. So I have caved since then. You know, I may as well just let the gulag continue. But there might eventually be a day where the Gordon gulag just magically disappears without warning. Okay then. Come on, Gordon. Couple up. There he is. Ooh, lovely. Look at that right there in the corner. You've put your model in trademarks on the server. Okie doke, I'll have a look at that after the stream. We still have quite some time. Right then, Gordon, full speed ahead. That's quite a nice angle, to be honest. Union Pacific fan, hello, good to see you. Glad you're able to make it. We've still got plenty of time to go. We are playing with the home layouts, if you haven't already seen. I want to also quickly say, I'm watching the stream back on my PC now. The camera is going to continue to refocus. I do apologise, but I can't exactly make it stop because the damn thing will do so anyways. It's still a good angle. Look at it go! Right, let's try a different angle. How about... Oh, I just kicked my Coronation, I'm so sorry. You okay? Yes, it's okay. Ready? I am so good at videos. Oh, you can definitely tell I've done this for a while. So this is probably a good thing to point out as well, since I did say I would tour part of the layout as well. So on this side, this section is the harbour. So we've got the station side and the harbour side. A harbour is something I wanted to add to my main layouts for a little while. Nothing, you know, so desperate to want to do so. But more water sections was definitely on the mind. But the way I've done this, if I actually lift the camera up to show you. So there we go. So as you can see, there are loads of dark grey plates and tiles going along to kind of fill up this area. There's a lot of dark grey going on. And the track pieces are black pieces. So these are more of the Wilco own brand sort of train set track pieces. I've modified a number of these in the past and they are still good track pieces. This is why obviously I'll still use them on things like my main layouts and of course on my home layouts, as you can see right now. So the reason why it's here for two reasons. First of all, it makes a bit of noise, which is a bit annoying after a while, sure, but that extra noise is actually a bit exciting. It sounds like there's a bit of realism going on. Look at that! Listen to that even. Lovely. But the bigger reason was there's so much dark grey going on. Dark grey track onto dark grey bricks and tiles and plates. It's going to look a bit weird. You can't quite see it over... Well, maybe you can. But obviously the narrow gauge section with all of that being dark grey, it's a bit weird when you just see dark grey tracks appear over dark grey tiles. Again, not the worst thing ever, but you know, it works. I saw a few comments in the chat. Oh yeah, hang on. Oh, I need to get my old man legs up. Right. So, James, the Red Engine fan, wants to see the Hogwarts Express as well as seeing, or Iceworld wants to see Hogwarts Express as well. Sadly, I cannot get the Hogwarts Express out. The box that holds the Hogwarts Express is behind this pile of boxes, and because everything's set out like this, I can't exactly move these to kind of, go anywhere else in order to get to that engine in the first place, which is a bit of a shame because obviously it's a very popular locomotive. That does remind me, I need to change out that box there. So I don't know if you can quite see it from here. Maybe you can. So that basically says like trains and rolling stock over there. So trains and rolling stock to take to shows. So stuff like the President, like the Stevenson's rocket stuff that was down here. That's all stuff that I can take specifically for shows. That box is basically dedicated to stuff as I'm taking it to a show. Let's see if we can speed the Express up slightly. I have faith it won't crash. If it does crash, then oh dear. I also saw that comment. Luke is actually 254 years old. That would be nice because I would like to live for as long as possible, obviously. Oh, I'm sitting on a... Oh, it's all going wrong. Sitting on a model. My legs on screen. That's not what anybody wants. We are now approaching 10-2. Time to get another model on the track. Okay. Lovely stuff, Gordon. The Express is on time as ever. Let me speed you up a bit. Not quite done just yet. Let's see if I can stop you at the station properly. Ooh. There we are. I saw a few comments to see Henry run. I will have Henry run maybe as the last train, but just before we do, I want to get Toby on the track. I just haven't run that model in yet. So I'll only have it run for a few laps, nothing too stingy. That also means I'm not going to get Spencer to run today, which is fine as well, because Spencer's had quite the life running on track here at home anyways. Right. Toby, I sat on you a moment ago. Are you okay? One of the buffers came off. Oh, there it goes. Missing buffer. Oh, that's how you did it. Oh, okay. Right, that needs a repair. Lewis, really? Oh. The hat facing downwards? Yeah. There we go. Toby! Look at that. We get Gordon out of the way. Let's have Gordon just over there as well. This is going to be hell to tidy up. I've got so much bubble wrap around. That stuff I need to use for other ones. I need to make sure that's okay. After Gordon, could you run James being pulled by Toby about Henrietta? I saw a comment that said, or rather a few comments that said they wanted to run Henry. So I'm going to be honouring that. If there's time, I don't mind pushing over a bit, but I need to see how well things are going to line up first. So there's Toby, but here is Henrietta. So amazingly, these models, Toby and Henrietta, were not built by me. Both of these, in fact, were part of a model swap with myself and a fellow LUKR member. And this is going to be a very interesting experience because this is the first time I've ever run Toby with the Henrietta model on the track. My problem with side rods is that they jam a lot. Well, there is something you need to do. It's called quartering. You are going to have to do a little bit of research with how the side rods are being applied to the locomotive. If you've also got, just to quickly answer this, if you've got side rods attached to wheels, but the wheels themselves are attached to pins, not a complete through axle, then that will also cause a jam. So there are a few more things to take in, but once you get the right pieces in place, you're not going to experience any issues. Right then, Toby. Let's roly-mo! I don't know if any of you can tell either, but the lighting has changed. It's actually a bit noticeable now. It was quite sunny when the stream started, but the sun has obviously gone down, and it looks quite different. Oh man, Toby, you're looking good. Right, I did only say it will do a few laps, so let's bring you over. Let's have you stop. There, that'll do. Oh, there we go. Need to make sure all the receivers are in line with the remote, basically. Alrighty then. Right, Edward. Who? What? Henry was next. That's his name. Back over here for Scarlowy to look after the camera. Hello, hey Scarlowy. And that's the only Welsh you will ever hear me attempt. Not even an accent, it's just, it was just a mess. Well, too late, it's on the internet now. Speaking of Wales, I think in time a visit to the Tallyclyn Railway needs to happen. Ooh, looky, looky. Yeah, it's Henry. Well, you can't really see that it's Henry because of all the bubble wrap. Oh, there he is. Right, are we going to have another problem? Where is Henry's tender? Too many models. This is not a good thing. Are you sharing one? Oh. I really need to work on how I package some of these models. Seriously. I might just ditch all the bubble wrap together because Jesus Christ. Don't unwrap that. Ugh. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm actually losing my mind right now. Oh, the thrills of streaming. You've got to figure everything out as you go along. That's Duck. That's Oliver. That's James's boiler. Oh, it's in the corner. There we go. I found Henry's tender. Spencer, you can go back in. Check there. Check. That's Thomas. You're going back in anyways. That's Thomas. So what was that? Oh, that was Edward. That's fine. Toby, quick. Ooh, okay. This might be the last train of the day. Again, not too certain. But we are going out with one of the better ones, Henry. In terms of build, that is, because my Henry model is still one of my favourites. I might do another version specific to the Emerald Champion, where it's Henry shaped but with larger drive wheels, and 8 studs wide, of course, because 8 wide is amazing. But that's also something where I need the inspiration to want to do that in the first place. Could we put something else on? Yeah, oh, well, we could, but what do we add? I don't exactly have much else in terms of rolling stock to add. So I think we're just going to have to go with the 3 coaches again. Oh, okay, let's bring you... where do we put you this time? Should we go in the corner? Let's try a different corner. Let's try, for now, the shrubbery corner. The berry bush corner. Yeah, there we go. Official name, the berry bush corner. So, there we go. There we are. That looked awful. The lighting is really starting to go down. But God, my Henry model still looks good. Oh. So yeah, I think this live stream was a great success. I'll definitely have to work on, camera stuff in the future. Maybe figure out where to put a few more sort of these stands, just to quickly show you. Okay, brace yourself. Oh, there we go. So my phone is currently sitting on this, and that's how I can stand the camera up to kind of be on the floor without it kind of falling over. I move that over there. There we go. Oh, I saw a question in chat. That would be a good idea to actually catch up with chat. Where can I put... I really need a tool stand to just put the camera here. That'd be good. Where is a good place for me to put the camera whilst I'm reading chat? Let's give that a try. Okay. So, that's Niagara Guy says, "Hey Luke, do you plan on making any branch line engines?" Inevitably, yes. But as to which one specifically, I don't really know, because again, as I've said a few times this stream, I'm not exactly inspired to make any models at the moment. I will definitely be making more trains in the future, because of course I will. But I need to be in the right state of mind to actually want to make them, and it's a locomotive that I want to make as well. Luke, Icerock says, "Luke, have you ever made or tried to make a Ginty?" No, a Ginty has never been on my mind as a model to make. But what's the word? I understand that Ginties aren't actually popular. So I suppose one day a Ginty could be on the list. I mean, there's nothing really stopping me from making a Ginty. But again, I need to be in the right state of mind and have the right levels of desire to want to make them. Lego Railroad also says, "Your narrow gauge locomotive and carriages. Could you talk about it and do some close-ups?" I definitely can. And I think I will do that as a way to round out the stream. Where is my drink? Okay, let's have Henry stop in the harbour. There we go. So that's something I'm going to be making in the future as well. Henry at the harbour. What does he bring from there? Fish wagons, a flying kipper. So fish wagons are definitely going to be on the list of things to make. We have 2 minutes past 9 o'clock, so in a few moments I am going to round out the stream, but as requested, and I think this is a very good idea, this is going to be a very dumb idea as well. So as you can see, I'm now sitting in the center. It's very awkward. I have to move the camera around my knees. So let's do the locomotive on its own. Push it to about there. Okay. So this is my... actually, this isn't my only narrow gauge one. I still have my Red Rocket. But this is my take on Skarloey. And it is a 6-wide model. Not quite minifigure accurate. As you can see, there's a minifigure in the cab. It's a bit taller than it should be. But not exactly something to really care about either. I have a full mock showcase video on YouTube for this model. So if you're interested to see this in more details with more close-ups, I strongly recommend you do so. The carriages I've had for the longest time. They are unmodified since I first made them, what, 2 years ago now? It's quite amazing, that. But yeah, they all run on the tiny wheels that LEGO make. The track itself is 4-wide track, to represent that if I move this out of the way slightly. So 4-wide track, of course, has 2 studs between the track, and the rails themselves are at the 4-wide marker. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what that means. I have wagons as well over here. Standard narrow gauge open wagons. Nothing too complicated, and it's a nice way of having some more wagons on the layout. So, let's move the... I nearly called this a caboose. Oh, good lord, I am going a bit mad today, aren't I? Right, so let's have that connected to the trucks. I'm going to pull the trucks out of the siding. Making sure I don't bump anything with my arm or leg. Just picture, by the way. Just a general shelter. Got a locomotive on the main line. Narrow gauge trucks. God, that does look good, doesn't it? Let's shuffle those to about there. Luke's becoming an American. No, I promise. I'm a good man. Oh, there's a bit of dust on my coaches. Okay, let's bring Skarloey all the way out. I'm going to bring the coaches out of here onto the main line. There we are. The couplers are just Technic pins because anything to do with magnets is just pointless. Let's see if I can get this coupled up properly. Now, I can't actually move my head, but I can see the screen, so that's actually going to help me a lot when it comes to coupling this up. Should. Yep, that's connected. So now, I need to go all the way back. No, it's not connected. What it is... Oh, for goodness sakes. Hang on. Come on. Doing the same technique, having to use the camera screen to direct me here. Will you behave, silly thing? Are we... Is that proper now? Yes, that's working. Ooh. Sweatier than ever before this evening. And now, this one over here. And that is my full narrow gauge train connected. Again, this isn't powered, so if you want to see some movement, I am going to have to do this by my hand. But at the same time, it's a very fun thing to see. I will be making, like I said earlier, probably just be another coach to match the coaches I've got now. It will be made to have a circuit cube, and that will be controlled via Bluetooth on an app on my tablet, maybe, or my phone, I'm not too sure, to be able to control the trains for the narrow gauge layout. Very exciting stuff. I'll tell you what, let's have everything back at the station before we finish. One more time. Just make sure it's not bashing into my leg. Where's the remote? Oh, damn it, that's on my bed. Oh yeah, it's okay because we've had a great amount of fun tonight. Didn't get to run as many trains as I thought we would, but I would still call this stream a major success. Let's have you go backwards. Yes, Ice Rod, I'm afraid to say that the stream is now finally ending. But that is not a bad thing because we have had a grand time this evening. Oh, goodness. So yeah, this is my home layout. Every now and then I will get this out to play with. Maybe I'll try and do a bit of Lego Thomas stuff. I don't really know what I'm going to do with this. More streams like this in the future are now absolutely possible. And if there is enough interest, I will be doing more of these home layout live running streams in the future. Because, again, this was great fun. So, yeah. This is now the time where I need to actually say goodbye and end the stream because I will just repeat myself for an eternity otherwise. So thank you to everyone who came along to the stream tonight to be able to tune in and watch. This was definitely one of the more interactive streams on the basis that you got to choose what trains were running. Not everything that was suggested got to run, sadly, but again, there are some limitations with this kind of setup. But all the same, this was still very successful. Oh, there we are. One more burp because it's not a Luke Triton stream unless I'm burping all day. But all seriousness, thank you all ever so much for watching and tuning in. Be sure to join my Discord server if you haven't already. There is a lot of other LEGO Train fans who are itching to talk with other members to help share ideas, as well as taking part in the community challenge. If that's something you want to do and are interested in, then consider going to my Discord server and clicking the video on my YouTube channel about the community challenge for all of the details there. In time, I am going to be hosting a competition, but all details for that will be revealed at a later date. Make sure you are following me on Flickr and on Instagram for some more behind-the-scenes action. A lot of stuff is getting posted to Instagram in the next coming weeks, so keep an eye out for that. And above all things, thank you all so much for watching and tuning in. It's just the best thing ever to be able to do this. YouTube is still just a hobby for me, but with all the interaction I've been able to do with people online around the world, it's the best thing ever. It's just so much fun. And it's moments like this that inspire me and keep me going to want to do things like this home layout. With all the feedback I've gotten online, it's something that makes me go, okay, now I feel like I want to make this. And it's the best feeling ever. So thanks again for tuning in, everyone. I will see you all in the next episode. And that episode will most likely be a Nerf Blaster review video because I tried to do it earlier in the week, but I couldn't because I kept standing on the layout and hurting my feet. Okay, everyone, I'll see you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.